G'day guys, how you going? So today we're going to be looking at the next video in our video series, which is looking at the regulation of blood glucose. It's using a couple of key terms: glucose, insulin, glycogen, and pancreas. We've also got the liver in there, but we'll ignore that for now, okay? So when you eat, like Mr. Watkins did about 3 minutes ago, I just scarfed a sanger, and so what's going to be happening is in my small intestines, all of the sugars or the glucose in my food is going to be absorbed into my bloodstream. And so my blood glucose levels will actually increase. And if they don't fall, you will actually die. And this is bad, right? This is it's not what we're going for in biology. We are trying to stay alive. In fact, it's the exact opposite of what we want. And so this is what I want you to understand today. It's literally learning about how our body will reduce the blood sugar levels after eating. And this is what we need to know for our GCSEs. Okay, so there are 5 steps for blood glucose control. Because we've just eaten, our blood glucose levels have increased. So we've got high blood glucose. All right, and step number 2, what's going to happen is the pancreas is going to detect this high glucose and release a hormone known as insulin into the bloodstream. This insulin is then going to travel through the blood until it reaches the liver. The liver is going to detect this insulin and go, oh, hey, insulin, I need to absorb glucose and turn it into glycogen, right? Which will lower blood glucose. And those are the 5 steps you need to know, broken down as simply as possible. Let me just show you this step 4 and how it actually lowers blood glucose, okay? So, what is glycogen? Glycogen is made when multiple glucose are stuck together. It is a way our body stores energy for later. So we've got 3 glucose molecules just here, right? Okay, if we join this glucose here, and this glucose does a little loop-de-loop for good measure, right? What we've made is we've made glycogen. So now we've actually made this molecule glycogen, and we no longer have any glucose. So the glucose levels have fallen. Here we've got 0 glucose. Here we've got 3 glucose, okay? And so by creating glycogen, we'll actually take glucose out of the blood. And let me show you how that works right now. So let's have a look at this in practice. We've got our bloodstream cruising around here. We've got our pancreas on the left, and we've got our liver over here on the right. So you've eaten, so your blood glucose levels have increased. All this glucose has just gotten into your blood, and you can see we've got a fair amount of glucose in the bloodstream. So remember step 2, it's going to cruise around, obviously. Now remember step 2, the organ that's going to detect this rise in blood glucose is the pancreas. So pancreas will detect the high blood glucose. All right, that's a lot of glucose. It's going to think, better let the liver know. And for those of you that remember, how it's going to let the liver know is by making insulin, the hormone insulin, and releasing it into the blood. And this insulin is then going to travel through the blood until it reaches the liver over here. And when the liver detects insulin, it will go, oh, hey, wait a minute. Oh, insulin. I need to make glycogen. And so then what's going to happen is the liver's going to absorb that glucose and it's going to convert it into glycogen. And so then that will be stored for later. And so as you can see, this means that blood glucose levels have fallen. Where there were 6 glucose molecules in the blood, there are now none. So blood glucose levels has fallen. And this is what you need to understand for GCSE. Okay, guys, I hope this helped. Thank you very much. I'll catch you later.